Hey, yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Mere-adOmega, aka Big M. So, I'm going to start this mic. Give me a hot step. Okay, so far so good. Not too bad. Obviously, audio could be better, but we move on. So, yeah, as you like can see on the screen already, two times brilliant synergy is nuts because basically, if you've got three different factions of enemy pieces on, so that's Bane, Scarecrow, and that could either be Two Face or Mad Hatter. Then you can have two times brilliant synergy on your melee piece. So I thought that was kind of interesting, intriguing. So y'all folks test out for yourselves, see what you can find out, see what kind of villain synergies you can put together, or see if you can get multiple ones. But it'd be nice to see that. Hopefully, the way Rockstar is taking the game, see if they're gonna drop anything more, and then we can see what we can mix and match together. So I'm gonna get straight into it now. The next thing is space. Space is a big thing on this game right now. For some reason, I don't know what it was like when they were making the game or what happened with the development, but it's like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys had Borderlands to learn from, you know what I mean? Like Borderlands basically had the layout for you, like you get me? It already had the base, like. At the end of the day, it's a looter shooter game, so realistically to me, I feel like we should have been able to have some kind of space to store all our items in from the beginning. Like that should have just came. It should have came with the game. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It really should have. You get me? So hopefully, like, really do need is some way to store our items. So that'd be nice. Right, on to the next thing. Now, for some reason, Lethal Flow and Deadshot, that skill, I don't know if it's just my game, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm not sure if it's a bug or what, but for me, it just doesn't work. From what I can remember, the skills like it's something to do with like 5 seconds each time it was either shield harvest the enemy or was it a critical melee hit enemy. You meant to get one combo, or for every melee hit you get one combo or something like that every 5 seconds. For me, it doesn't work. I've tested it multiple times, and that's all I gotta say for that. Also, I want to get into. It's not. I was jamming playing the game over there. I thought, you know what, yeah, like I can't even get mad with them too tough. You know why? Because as you like to see, yeah, like you're in open world in it, you can fly around, do whatever, as you can see right now. But it's not still though, because now it's like where it gives me hope that we're getting that step closer to getting them that game that we wanting, like as a community base. You get me? Especially when I'm flying around Deadshot, I'm just thinking, if only of us are Superman, like. You get what I'm saying? I could just be boom, this flying into the city on some mad thing, like. You get me? So obviously, I don't even chat too long in this video. I'm gonna make it quick, short, simple. But it's nice to see that certain game we're heading in the right direction. Also, I heard that with the battle pass that we get in this game, it never expires, which I'm also very happy about, because that should have been a thing since day one. Like even with Fortnite, when they drop their battle passes, I'm not saying, bro, if you know about how you used to spend your real life money on the battle pass, and then something will go down at the cribs and your mom's all confiscating your consoles and that, so you miss out on everything in the battle pass. It was stress. It was stress. I'm talking V-Bucks have gone to waste. You can't even buy the next season battle pass for the free. Because so I'm very happy about that. That should have been a thing years ago, but we're here now. You get me? So I'm grateful for that. Thank you. The Brainiac bosses, yeah, it's interesting because we've had the Flash, we've had the Green Lantern, so the next ones are Batman and Superman. Although I would have thought we would have got Batman with the Fear Season 1, Suicide Squad, which I thought was a bit like it didn't really make sense. You know what I mean? But we move on. So what I want to know is, after the Batman and Superman boss battles with Brainiac, yeah, and I'm expecting that Brainiac Superman boss battle to be paid still, because when I was playing Sweating Bullets in the story versus Superman, I got there though, you get me, the thing. But after Batman and Superman, who else are we going to be versing? That's what I want to know, like, so hopefully they'll be able to surprise us, because if we completed season 1, yeah, you already know we got 12 more brainiacs to get through. You get what I'm saying? So that's a whole load of other brainiacs, and it's nuts as well, because speaking on like brainiac bosses and there's also Star Labs is also in the universe, like, same for LexCorp, and I think it's a shame really, because I feel like, you know, we should be able to do more with like LexCorp and Star Labs. You know what I mean? I thought I'd been able to like go into Star Labs and see what's cooking in there with the technology and all this and that. You get me? Same for Amatech as well, because Amatech dropped some hard weapons in the game still. So I don't know. I'm kind of a bit disappointed there, but you know, hopefully further on down the line, it's live service, so anything could happen. Like anything's possible. You get me? Right? And then I feel like I'm missing something out, but I'm gonna keep it flowing, keep it going. It's just, you know, all I can say is, yeah, like I can understand a lot of the drama that's going on around this game. Truly, I can understand it. You know what I mean? But it's like I can't, I don't know. Like if this is, I'm just surprised that this is the game we're getting before any like superhero type game. Like you get me? Like I'm flying around as Deadshot when really in my head I feel like I should be flying around as Superman. Like I feel like that should just be a game already. Like, or I'm jumping around this King Shark, but it's like, okay, what about Hulk though? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Like, it's just looking into perspective. It's like we got a villain game before like the main like saga of like superheroes. We're just playing as villains. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of nuts to me, but you know, good things take time. So to saying it. So I'm just happy that now the like, because this video is not just about Rocksteady and specifically Suicide Squad. Like I'm trying to speak to all game developers as a whole, like because you're all one community. No matter if you're Insomniac, Warner Bros, flipping Epic Games, like, it doesn't matter like which group you like. In at the end of the day, you're all game developers. Like you get me, you all create and make games for the community. Like so, you're all one to me. Whether that's Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, to me, it don't matter. Like you're all one. You get me? When it comes to like hosting events and stuff, you all go under the same stadium. You feel what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Like you all are the community. So to me, it's like, yo, I'm speaking to everybody as a whole. It's just live set, and it's nuts as well because I do know a lot of people are not really happy with live service games just because of what's happened with Marvel Avengers, which was just unfortunate. You feel what I'm saying? But I think this is where people now have to start realizing, yeah, that for us to get the games that we need to get, yeah, risks are gonna have to get taken. But I think it's also bad on the game developers side because I feel like a lot of them are just rushing and they're not really like trying to produce quality, more so produce quantity. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why I'm really like adamant on like I really just think a lot of them should just take a break for real, and just sit back here and actually just relax. But like have little things in the work, but actually be like, okay, is this what the community wants though? Like, are we actually like listening to what people are saying, or are we just pushing out just for micro transactions? And are we really connecting our community to the story? You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, like, listen, Rocksteady, the way, like, Batman Arkham Knight was the thing, like, it was the game, you feel what I'm saying? And the only time I ever played a Batman game was when I had the Xbox 360 and I was playing the demos. So I never actually ever owned my own Batman game until they brought out Batman Arkham Knight, and that game was legendary to me. Like that game has a special place in my heart for real, because it was different. Like it was, and it's just a shame because I missed out the extra DLC stuff. You get me with like Nightwing, Catwoman. No, Batwoman, sorry. Or, no, and it was Catwoman too. Yeah. Catwoman, all of that. You get me? And Nightwing. I missed all that, unfortunately, just because the era that it was, I was still young, you get me? I probably wasn't getting no P's on it, so it was one of them. You get me? But I was still grateful just to have the game itself, to play as Batman. Swooping around Gotham, it was levels, like. There was no other game like it, so I was like, yo, like, You get me? That's why I was like, okay, if Rocksteady drop a game, I'm finna cop it, like, for real. Like, I've seen their work, so we're good on that. Now, look, as a community, at how long we've been teased about GTA 6. You get me? And look how many years we've waited. We've been patient. We've been loyal. And now the next year, 2025, hopefully they're dropping GTA 6 like. And that game, practically the whole world's gonna cut that game. Like, let's keep it above. So it's like, why are Don's rushing? Like, that's what I just don't understand. It's like, yo, just take, like, I will happily wait 5 years yet to get a quality game that we've been asking for. I will happily wait. You know why? Because it's gonna have all the quantity and quality at the same time that we've needed for so long. And I feel like, yeah, the single player story type modes, the AAA games now, they're kind of in a sticky situation, because this is the thing, like Spider-Man and Spider-Man Morales, those are hard games, you get me, from Insomniac. Those are well developed games. But the problem that I have with them games is that once you play the story, yeah, what more is there really to do? Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, okay, boom, man, complete the story, then folks drop Game Plus. But then it's like, what about the people that don't really like to play stories over and over again? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, there's some people out there that have just got good memory to the point where they can't go through playing the same story again. Like, and I know there's some people that be on their TikToks like to swing around the cities and whatnot and just chill with their TikTokers and that, and just do that in it. But it's like, okay, I know Spider-Man 2's out, which that's another game I haven't even decided to get, because to me, I just got a feeling that it's just going to be the same as the Spider-Man and Spider-Man Morales. It's like, once you complete the story, that's it. Like, there's nothing more to it. Like, and it's going to be a shame, because don't get me wrong, later down the line, I will get the game and try it for myself and see what happens, because I haven't seen anything about the game. But to me, it's like, okay, if John's dropping Spider-Man 2, yeah, then I'm expecting things to be mad different. Like, obviously, you've added in Peter Parker and Miles Morales together in the one game, but then it's like, how have you made it like different? Like, how have you switched up the play? Like, you get me? How, like, can man interact with villains? Like, what's up? Like, you get me? Like, can man be Venom and that type? You get me? Like, what's going on? Like, but to me, I'm just going off of my experience in it, like, because I've had enough single player story mission games, and to me, it's like, yo, once you play for the story, that's it. Like, you get me? You can go around, do side quests, get like extra skins and whatnot, and then Game Plus, and then do the same thing over again. It's like, nah, you get me? There's not really much more you can really do. So to me, I'm just gonna wait till the prices drop down to a reasonable. I would say a reasonable um currency. I'll say that much. You get me? And I'm gonna cut the game and try it for myself and see if I like it or not. But it's nuts, because by the time I get that, I'm already hearing about there's another Spider-Man game in the works. Like, so I'm just there like, Adon's not satisfied with Spider-Man 2, and that's just dropped. So I was kind of like, that just means to me that Spider-Man 2 game didn't really live up to the expectations that people were wanting. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of peak, like, it's actually kind of peak. But honestly, I think live service is the way to go, to be honest. I'm just going to keep it a book with folks. Everyone might have their pros and cons, but there's pros and cons to everything in life, you get me? But for me, looking at, like, being able to play as, like, different heroes, yeah, and really be immersed in, like, a verse where we can be villains and superheroes, I feel like live service is that way to go. Like, that is the route. It's just folks need to just take their time now, yeah, pattern up the way they need to set these verses, because this is another thing I said as well. Suicide Squad, what Rocksteady have done is good, because they're in the multiverse, like, so literally they could play off any story now. You get me? They could even bring back the Justice League if they wanted to. No cap. You get what I'm saying? Like, they could literally just trash the whole verse and bring back a whole new verse. Like, it's nuts to me. So it's like, the way they're going about it, yeah, is good, because now they can play off any narrative now. So that's calm. So they ain't even got to stress about that. But the problem is like, yo, how are you going to keep that gameplay interesting for the players? Like, How are you gonna keep it immersive? You feel what I'm saying? Because once you get through the Batman and Superman Brainiac bosses, I'm saying, okay, what next? Like, because I know Aquaman's not in there, and it's not how I picked up on that literally 2 days ago. I couldn't believe it, and I was there like, yo, hold on, where's Aquaman? I didn't even clock it at first. I don't know how I didn't clock it at first, but then when I clocked it, I was like, rah. You get me? So maybe they've got all these things that I've already spoke about in the video in the works. Like, it's just waiting to surprise them. But I feel like there were certain things that should have been in the game already, like I've already stated. Just that space, because it's a looter shooter. You've had Borderlands. Borderlands has been one of the top games of the year for how long? You get me? So to me, there was just no excuses for that one. Still, that's just, I don't know. Like, Downs must have been drunk one night and just went into the lab cooking up the codes and that for the game and just forgot. Or that must have been the meeting. Must have been having a bad day or something. You get me? Things happen in life. I understand, but I'm just shocked that you can put 2 and 2 together and get 4. But Dons are playing loot shoot and didn't even think. You know what? Where are these players gonna be collecting all this loot? Where are they gonna put it? You get me? It's just a bit nuts to me. Like, so, hopefully they get that out as soon as possible, as soon as can be, like, for real, because that has just been stressing me out. Like, I've had to delete so much good legendary loot. It's been insane. Like, it's just like I ain't got nowhere to put it. You get me? So I just had to get rid. Get me? I can't even be a hoarder. Like, it's peak. But other than that, I'll probably make another video later on down the line, because there's definitely some more things I want to speak about, but I don't want to be too long. So with that being said, I'm Myriad, aka Big M Dog, out. However I say, bliss. Get me? One love.